Peace and blessings, y'all. In this corner boxing 24. Good afternoon. Going into the evening. How's everyone doing? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing pretty good on this side. As always, God is great, God is good, and I definitely can't complain. So we got Canelo Alvarez tonight, fighting John Ryder. Super middleweight bout, 168. Canelo, of course, undisputed champion. Picked up that last belt from Caleb Plant to become undisputed. You know, he went up to 175 to challenge Dimitry Bivol. He lost that fight. And now he's going to fight John Ryder, who's 32-5 with 18 KOs. John Ryder, I don't believe he was worthy of this fight with Canelo. I don't care what nobody says. He had a few people he could have fought leading up to a rematch with Bivol. I mean, I get it. It would have been a little bit more harder fight with Charlo, even though I think he could win. Definitely a hard fight with Benavidez, a fight that he probably can win as well, but he would definitely have to earn it. And even Demetrius Andrade at some point, maybe he'll fight him, I don't know, but John Ryder definitely didn't deserve to get this fight, in my humble opinion, right? But he got it, and so now Canelo's gonna fight him. But what I really want to talk about is Canelo and his fight with Bivol. He got totally outboxed, totally outclassed. He didn't get hurt, but he got beat, point blank. And the thing with Canelo is, I feel like if you're going into a rematch with Bivol, try to look at the things that you did that you could have did better, instead of making excuses as he's been making since the fight, and even lately, as I've read about how he was winning the first half of the fight. No, you were not. You were not winning that fight. You were totally outboxed and totally outclassed in that fight, Canelo. So stop saying you were winning, right? No. Go back to the drawing board, look at everything, and just capitalize off of what you could have did better. Okay, and things that you did okay, then you don't have to work on that. When Dimitry Bivol was asked a question by a reporter about Canelo's power, he said, yeah, he hurt me in my arms. If you remember the fight, Canelo was hitting him a lot in the arms because he was throwing a slow, lazy punch. A right hand, a left, they were lazy punches. They were slow. He didn't look good at all. Now, he had a lingering torn ligament in his wrists. So I'm sure that had something to do with the fight and him not being able to do everything he wanted to do. But he had that issue as well with going back to Golovkin and then with Caleb Plant. So, but it's no excuses, man. Nobody goes into a fight 100%. And you took the fight, so now you got to handle the outcome of it. I'm just saying that Canelo, to be mentally good, don't make excuses, man. You lost the fight, bottom line. But when you say, I won the first half of the fight, the first 5-6 rounds, no, you didn't. You didn't really even touch Bivol, man, in the spots where you needed to. A lot of your punches landed on his arms, on his forearm, all of that. And that's why he said that, nah, he hurt me in my arms. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't hurt him any other place. So going forward, you got to get your mind right and realize that you lost the fight fair and square, and now you go back into it, and then you could do better. Now, I do believe one thing he said that when he's 100%, nobody could beat him. Well, we're going to see. I know it's very hard to beat Canelo if he's 100%, right? And if he's focused, and if he's boxing and moving and defending and mixing up his punches, not just throwing 1-2 punches. You got to mix it up, throw those combinations. That's what he's good at, okay? So if he does that, yeah, very hard to beat him if he's on his A game like that. So even though I don't like the opponent so much tonight that he took, I'm still gonna watch the fight because I love boxing and I want to see what Canelo's working with, and I want to see what John Ryder has too. Maybe I might be proved wrong. Maybe he is a worthy opponent. We'll see. I think the best fighters that he fought was Danny Jacobs and Zach Parker. He's actually on a win streak, but, you know, Daniel Jacobs, not the same Danny Jacobs. And Zach Parker, he's so-so, in my opinion. So you fighting another level now, Canelo, undisputed super middleweight champion, 168. So again, I just love boxing. I want to see the fight. I want him to go into the fight with Bivol and win. Canelo's one of my favorite fighters, man, hands down. He is the face of boxing. Tank is becoming that, but Canelo has been that. If you watch how the fans mobbed him in Mexico, no matter, even though he hasn't fought Benavidez and he say he don't fight other Mexican fighters and all of that, justifying that, they still love him. They mobbed him. They mobbed his family. So that's what you call the face of boxing, man. That's him. No matter no matter what he's done or hasn't done, the fans love him. So it is what it is. All I'm saying is, be focused, be honest with yourself in your assessment of your fight game, because we can see what you do from the outside. But you got to be honest with yourself on the inside and say, you know what? Nah, I'm not making no excuses. He beat me. That's it. I didn't win no 5-6 rounds. The fight was not close. There was no half and half. He won the second part of the fight. No, I really didn't do that good. I got hit a lot. He outboxed me. He moved on me. I couldn't really land any of my signature shots. I couldn't land my hook. I couldn't land my uppercut. I couldn't throw a nice jab at him. There's a lot of things that I couldn't do that I didn't do because a combination of myself and a combination of the fighter that I fought. Maybe I wasn't well prepared for him. Maybe I thought that I was just going to go to 175 because I was on a high from the 168 fight with Kid Plant, and I was just going to go and handle my business. And nobody really heard of Bivol like that. Nobody really knew about him. Nobody knew what kind of really fight game he had. So a lot of people were surprised, like, wow. I got to admit, I didn't think Canelo was going to knock him out, but I didn't think Canelo was going to struggle like he did. So, prove me wrong. But that's what happens, man. That's why you get up for everybody and you're 100% prepared mentally more than physically. You got to be prepared mentally. See, because the mental controls the physical. And maybe he wasn't prepared mentally, I don't know. But Bivol was definitely prepared mentally and physically because he showed out in that fight. And he's a problem for anybody at 175. And if he fought at 168. I know David Benavidez said that he has sparred Bivol and he feels like he could fight him, he could beat him. They got that height differential in common. Bivol might be a little shorter, a little taller, something like that. I know they're close with the height. Canelo's remarkable, though. We got to admit, right? He's listed as 5'8". I think he's 5'7". But he's listed at 5'8", and he's fighting these dudes, man, that's 5'11", 6 feet and more. Doing very good, man. You know what I mean? But he can only do good when he's on his A game. Defending, making you miss, throwing that uppercut, throwing that hook, throwing that jab, and throwing those nice right hands. That's when he's really unbeatable. So I hope that's what we see tonight, and I hope that's what we see in that Bivol rematch. No excuses. You go into the fight and you do what you do. If Ryan Garcia can't make an excuse about the rehydration clause and about what he did, then nobody could do it, man. Just go into the fight and do the best you can. That's all I really got for y'all this evening. Maybe I might come on a little later after the fight is over and give you a little bit more. Peace and blessings in this Corner Boxing 24. Please subscribe to the page. Please leave me your comments. Let me know how you feel. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.